Hi, I'm Geoff Bodine. Been in NASCAR racing for quite a while, actually all my life. Started out when I was 5 years old at my father's track and just worked my way up until I ended up at the big track, Daytona. Actually won that race in 1986. You know, if you don't think I've had some bruises and little crashes along the way, just look behind me. You see this is what's left of that truck crash I had in Daytona in the year 2000. And actually, I think we have a little video of it. This will really prove how fortunate I am to still be alive. Well, there you go. How'd you like to be riding that thing at Daytona, crashing at around 200 miles an hour? You can imagine. After that accident, I was pretty sore, a little banged up. Blessed to be alive and thankful to be alive, but I didn't think your body could hurt that badly and still be alive. But here I am standing talking to you today. And but through that process of recovery, you know, everything didn't really come back to normal. You know, still had a little arthritis, a little pain in my ankles, my toes, my fingers, my hands, my back. You name it, I had a sore spot. I met a gentleman in Jacksonville, Florida, and he said, "How you doing?" I said, "Well, doing great. I'm still alive, very blessed to be alive, but you know, I got some sore joints, aches and pains, you know, just kind of a normal thing. I don't worry too much about it." He went back to his shop, and a few minutes later showed up with 2 bottles of this stuff called Monavie. And things started to happen. Actually, I was waxing my motor coach, and I noticed I didn't have any pains in my wrists and my ankles. My knees didn't hurt from going up and down the ladder. And I thought it was pretty remarkable because I always had those pains. But one of the really neat things that started happening was after I quit taking the sleep aids, I started sleeping better. And so I waited a little while, and I kept waking up, expecting a sore wrist or sore finger, or waiting for a bad night of sleep, or a sore ankle, sore back when I got out of bed. But, you know, it just didn't happen. I mean, I was almost hoping it would happen because then I could prove this Monavie stuff didn't really work. But it wasn't that way. It was working. I didn't have a sore back. I did get a good night's sleep. Didn't have sore wrists or ankles. So I started telling people and how amazed I was about this product and what it was doing for me. And you know, and I think it's an obligation now. If that's what I feel like, I need to tell everyone what this product can do for them because I know what it's done for me.
Chris Sandridge from Melrose.
Okay, well, how long you been on the product?
3 weeks.
And how much you drinking?
3 ounces in the morning, 3 ounces in the afternoon.
Praise God, that always does my heart good. Okay, what's happened since you've been on it?
Dropped my blood pressure down to 135 over about 85. It was 190 over 120. Lost 5 pounds.
Come on.
And my sister-in-law just called me tonight. She has fibromyalgia. She had 1 bottle.
This is good.
Her neck and arm was stopped hurting, and she's been off it for 2 days, and now she's begging for another bottle.
I'm Cindy Baglietto. I'm from Plano, Texas. And about 8 months ago, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and I was taking pain medication as well as other drugs 2 times a day. I was taking anti-inflammatory. And my friend Lillian introduced me to this, and within 2 days, I cut my pain medication in half, which was fantastic. But what was even better is the rheumatoid arthritis made me very tired, and I was crashing about 1 o'clock, and now I'm able to go the way I used to be till 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And the other thing is in my first month, I lost 6 pounds, and I'm very consistent in my weight. So that was just another added benefit.
Pam Hendricks, I'm from Statesboro. I've been in Monavie since February, and I was diagnosed with diabetes a year ago, and I had high cholesterol, and the last time I had all my blood work done, everything was normal.
Oh, my God. How long did you drink the product and how much?
Just 2 ounces a day, and after 3 weeks, my knees didn't hurt anymore. So, you know, I could tell it was helping.
Are you sleeping better? Your knees are better, all that? And who shared this with you?
My cousin, Noel Burnsit.
My name is Joanna Purvis. I'm from Claxton, Georgia, and I started with Monavie March the 15th of this year. And since that time, I have recovered from 2 strokes that really put me on bed rest. And I had no energy, my body wasn't functioning properly. It affected the right side of my body. I had the Bell palsy symptoms. I couldn't even hold something without dropping it in my hand.
On.
And also I had...
You're too young for all this.
I turned 49 last Monday.
Well, my God. What are you doing with strokes? What did you do to live? Did you inherit that or what?
No, it was just a lot of stress. I used to be a judge.
I'm sorry for anything.
And I also, within that same period of time, the doctor had found cancer cells, spots on my right ovary and my right breast. And Brenda had came to my house, did the first meeting in Claxton, and she told me, she said, don't have the surgery yet, drink the Monavie, give it some more time. 3.5 weeks later, the doctor's office called, wanted me to go in and set up the time for the surgery. I told them I felt so much better. There were so many things my body could do that it wasn't allowing me to do before. And so I went back, had some tests done. There's no cancer cells anywhere in my body.
Now,
Robert Johnson. I'm here from Jacksonville.
how long you been on the product?
I've been on it for 1 month.
How much you drinking?
I take 2 ounces a day.
What's happened?
Well, I've been taking Zantac for 2.5 years, 1 a day, just so I can tolerate every day. I have not took a Zantac in 3 weeks. After 1 week of using it.
After 1 week, who shared the product with you?
Dean Butler.
Tony Glad from St. Augustine.
And what do you do?
I'm a home inspector.
Okay, how long you been on the product?
3 weeks now.
3 weeks. How much you drinking?
2 to 4 ounces a day.
And what's happened?
Mine's just a bad back.
Okay.
So a lot of back pain, and I woke up the 3rd day pain-free.
Third day. That was the same thing that happened to me. I couldn't hardly believe it.
Exactly.
Have you tested it? Have you got off the product, or are you still on it to let it come back, let the pain come back?
Not really.
Not really.
I don't want it to come back.
Don't want it to come back. And that's what I try. A lot of people say, I'm not sure it's the product, but. And I say, well, I can show you how to do it. Just give me all your product. And you know what happens? The pain will come back. You know why? It doesn't heal you immediately. It's doing what it needs to do. It's just like food. You got to keep nourishing your body. So you have little to no back pain?
None.
None whatsoever. You excited about that?
I'm very excited.
I'm Webb Lodge, and I'm from Winter Garden. And I've been taking about, 3 or 4 months? And the thing that I've seen is I had a lot of bursitis in my shoulders.
Yeah.
I couldn't exercise or do push-ups anymore.
For how long?
Oh, probably a year and a half. I had
Okay.
shoulder surgery about 4 years ago, the rotator cuff, and just ripped everything apart.
Okay.
And now I'm back up to doing 35, 43 push-ups a night without the pain in the morning. I didn't see immediate results for 2 or 3 weeks, but I knew that if I just kept up with it, I would. And so just on that faith, I just kept doing it. And so it's probably a month or 6 weeks before I felt well enough to do that.
That's good.
Quite honestly.
That's good.
But I'm feeling better every day.
Tony Miller from Stilson.
What's happened since you've been on the product?
Well, Reggie got me started. He says I had back trouble, couldn't put my shoes on and all that, so he brought me a bottle and I tried it. And after about a week, I felt kind of strange, and I've been having trouble sleeping for the last couple of years, and I woke up and I said, something's wrong with me today. And after a little bit, I figured out I was rested, and I wasn't hurting no more. So it took me about a week. Like I say, I just woke up and I said, something's different. And
Different.
I said, I hadn't rested in 2 years. I wake up tired. Then when I went to bed, I had to go sit in a chair to rest to go to work. So now I just get up and I can't put my shoes on to go to work now.
So this is for real?
Yeah, my elbows don't hurt, my hands don't swell up.
And let me ask you, is this worth, now you're buying the product now, right?
Yeah, I buy it. I buy lots of
Dennis Watts, and I live in Brooklet, Georgia. And I signed up 5 minutes after Bobby Bradley did. And then within a week, my blood sugar had came down from 180. It was unstable, and it came down to about 125. So now I'm only on 3 medications instead of 12.
And you know what we want? We want an update in the next couple of weeks as to what's going to happen with that too. You watch it close. Because here's the deal. You're going to find out something. This is going to be the least expensive thing you ever did.
Oh, it is. I already know that.
Are you excited?
I am.